Hello, and welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you all are having a lovely evening. Before we get started for tonight, I have an announcement for the Magic players of Utah, or just any Magic players that feel like coming to a fun event. I have a little bit of an advertisement for a Commander event that'll be happening this Saturday, the 13th, and is going to be a pretty fun time. I'm gonna pull up the poster for it. So this is our nice little poster. It's being sponsored by a new podcast that is centered around Commander. The main events of the day will be taking place between 1 and 10 p.m. You see we've got the address here. It's at North Game Den in Layton. And there'll be games, pizza, and celebrating, and a lot of really spicy prizes, including Double Masters 2022, which is such a good set. I mean, winning that as a prize is pretty legit. And also Baldur's Gate and Commander Precons. I'm like, I kind of want to, like, you know, win a Precon. Sounds like a fun time. Or the Double Masters packs. Those are pretty spicy too. And then we've also got, so the schedule in there was updated just a little bit. So it's nothing too huge, but so 1 to 4 is going to be casual games of Commander, and then like a few prizes here and there for that. 4 to 7 is going to be a Baldur's Gate set draft, draft with set packs and other prizes. And then 7 to 10 is going to be an EDH tournament, so Commander, no proxies allowed, but it will have some pretty legit prizes for it, including a chance to win a spot in a Double Masters 2022 draft, which is so much fun. I absolutely loved doing the draft for Double Masters. It was super fun, and so you could win a spot in that, which is pretty solid. And then the Double Masters draft will take place between 10 and 1, so technically, like, it will be like an after the store kept open, especially for those who want a spot in it, that will take place with the hosts of the tournament and the winners. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty epic event. I'm hoping to be there for at least part of the time, and yeah, if anybody's interested in more information on that, just let me know, because I've got all the details. Yeah, it should be pretty epic. Spread the word to your Commander playing friends. I mean, you know, primarily it's going to be for people in Utah, but, you know, if you live in another state and you feel like going on a little adventure this weekend, I'd highly recommend it. Anyways, on to tonight's stream. First and foremost, I did my hair different today, and I really love it. I had so much fun with it. I kind of mentioned to you guys, like, last night, that I was gonna try something different with my hair, and it turned out so cute. So you can kind of see I've got these two like little mini pigtail things, and then just some random hair up here, but I don't know, I kind of like it because it pulls my hair a little bit more out of my face, which it gets in my face a lot when I'm working, and so I like that. But also it's just fun because, like, I got these little just mini pigtail things. Alright, and so now that I've told you guys how excited I am about my hair, on to the actual stream for tonight. Nothing crazy changing on the board, but I do have some packs for myself to celebrate finally starting my new job. So I actually opened some packs earlier too. I bought like 10 packs or something. I don't know, but I already opened most of them because I was excited. But I did actually pull some pretty alright stuff from the packs that I opened. I didn't sleeve anything up yet though, because I didn't bring sleeves with me. Like, I knew I was gonna buy some packs today, but I still didn't bring any sleeves with me for whatever reason. Yeah, we got Brain Freeze. It's like a $4 card. It's from the list. We like spicy list pulls. I don't know anything about this Swarm Shambler, but he seems like a pretty silly guy. Guess we can look up a couple of my pulls on TCG Play. I don't believe we've got any orders yet, so we've got time to check out these silly guys. Swarm Shambler. You know, not worth much, but I mean, there's a lot of text on there. I don't know, it's only a 1-drop. So let's see what it does. I think it's focused. So it enters with a +1/+1 counter whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls. Create a 1/1 insect creature, and then 1 and tap to put another +1/+1 counter on Swarm Shambler. I mean, it's very specific, but kind of fun. Maybe I'll put it in my, whatever deck that I'm building. I want to build a, like, Saproling deck, and there's a lot of cards, like, that are, like, fungus cards and insect cards that are, like, recommended for that, so maybe. And then I know Balaged Recovery is, like, at least a popular card. I mean, it's definitely really handy, and I'm certainly gonna put it in a deck. Oh, and it is worth money. I did not know if it was worth money. That was the question. But yes, the Balaged Recovery is, man, I love unnecessary. I mean, I guess it's not that it's unnecessarily expensive, but I just love expensive uncommons, because you can get something back from your graveyard, but if you don't need to do that, it also can be a land. Pretty amazing. Definitely not a surprise that it is an expensive uncommon. I like it. Spicy. And then speaking of spicy, we also have this spicy island. Got this nice foil. I don't really know if the foil lands are worth anything in this set. I feel like they probably aren't. But I wanna investigate just in case, you know? Let's see, that's the wrong island. Just gotta find the right one now. Nope, not that one. Aha, this is the island I got. Let's see is the foil good? No, it looks like it is about 10 cents more than the regular. So nothing too crazy, but I still really like it, and I'm gonna sleeve it up so it'll stay nice so I can put it in one of my decks. Because we like spicy stuff. I guess we'll keep the spicy stuff in my other little pile. Got this Archpriest. Never heard of this one before. It's only a 1-drop, which is kind of nice. Not a terribly expensive card. Equal to the number of creatures in your party. It's for the party mechanic, which I'm not totally sure what I think of. I've never really played with it. Maybe one day I will, but for the time being, not a huge lover. Then we got the Inscription of Ruin. Let's see. It is not worth much, but it's pretty. And then we got a Fancy Mountain. This one's not foiled though, so not as spicy. But now this, I feel like this is going to be worth something. So most of the gates in Baldur's Gate, most of them I guess are uncommons if I'm correct. But a lot of them are kind of more expensive in foil. Like some of them, the foil version will be like $5. And so like they're kind of good. And so like maybe just maybe this is going to be worth a bunch, because not only is it foiled, but it's also borderless. I said hi to lowlands. Oh, I'm just looking at the regular lands. That's why it's not showing me card type land. Yes, that is what I want. Card type, not rarity. There we go. Now we can see all of the spicy lands. Let's see, we've got the so there's the regular Baldur's Gate. Where's the borderless one? But yeah, so you can see like the Sea Gate, the Gone Gate. Regularly they're like $1, but this one looks like the foil's like $2. So like there's definitely a little bit of value in the foils. Recently, I know there was one that was like 3 or 4. But yeah, so most of the gates are worth little something. So I'm curious if this Baldur's Gate is gonna be really good, since it is one of the gates. It's just, you know, oof. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be. It's only about $2. The borderless foil, honestly, is kind of surprising, but, you know, honestly, it's probably not even the best of the gates, but either way, it's definitely a very pretty card. Go ahead and get that one into a sleeve. Now, Mocking Doppelganger, I'm fairly certain this is a pretty solid card. Let's see, Mocking Doppelganger. Oh, I think I'm spelling it wrong. Borderless. Oh no, I had this one mixed up with another one. This isn't the super spicy one. But it's actually still kind of a cool card that I think... I guess I don't know if it'd work in the deck that I want it in, but possibly. I'm going to make a deck that's largely centered around creating copies of creatures. So this one could definitely be something that I could do with it, but I'd have to execute it right. Have like the right combos and stuff mixed in there. And then next I opened some Core 2021 and pulled this Planeswalker, which I was excited about because one, I always love Planeswalkers, and two, this is actually a Planeswalker that I already owned at least one of, but I wanted more than one. And it looks like it's like a couple dollars, but yeah, I'm definitely excited about this one because I really enjoy Planeswalkers. And so yeah, now I have another Liliana. Then we got the Maddening Cacophony art card. There's a card I love to play. I actually played my mill deck tonight. And then look at the bunny token. There's also treasure on the back, but more importantly, this is a foil bunny token. I was so excited about this. Oh, but speaking of my mill deck, I actually won the game tonight, like really early on too. We were maybe like 20 minutes into the game, and I was just really lucky because I started with tutor, which is basically you get to search your deck for something, and then on my first turn I pulled one of the two cards that I needed to instantly win the game. Like, it's like a 2-card combo. So I had one of those in hand and a card to search my deck that I could use to get the other card. So as soon as I had enough mana, and I pulled another tutor, so I also searched for a counterspell just in case somebody tried to stop me from winning. And so that game just was over very quickly, but it was pretty great. We also played another game tonight after that one since it went so quickly. It was so amusing. So essentially what happened is there's this card called Doubling Season, and Doubling Season makes it so whenever you make a token under your control or put a +1/+1 counter on one of your creatures, you do twice that much. So somebody played this card that you could make a copy of, that they could make a copy of a target permanent they control, and then the card has an ability that if you let one of your opponents do the same thing, you get to do it twice. And so they were like, oh yeah, you can do that. And so what I did is I made a token copy of my Doubling Season. And so this deck was all centered around creating token creatures, and I had a card out that was making me treasure tokens. So I started getting tons of treasure tokens and tons of like creatures and tons of counters on them. And by the end of the game, my life total was so high that it was literally not a number that I even know the name of. It started, the chaos started when I got up to around 500,000 life, which is very unusual considering you start Commander with 40 life. I had 500,000 plus life, and it just went to absolute chaos after that. I had hundreds, thousands of creatures on my board, and my commander, it's a life gain deck, so whenever a creature enters, I gain life equal to its power. So every time a creature was entering, I was getting even more life, and so I was just gaining like absurd amounts of life and had absurd amounts of creatures. But then somebody board wiped a couple times, and it was so chaotic. But anyways, the two people I'm playing against were gonna scoop, but then we decided to just see how high we could get my life total and how many creatures I could get out, and eventually it got to the point where like we could not keep track of the numbers. Like, it took so much to do the math. Like, I had my phone calculator out and I was just like, this we're just not gonna keep track. Nobody's gonna defeat me by taking my life out. Ultimately, towards the end of the game, the store was about to close, so we needed to finish up anyways, but I ended up accidentally taking myself out while trying to get rid of one of my opponents, because somebody played this card that made everybody's life total equal to the life total of the player with the most life. So everybody came up to my level of life. Of course, I kept gaining more life, but so now combat damage wasn't going to end the game, and somebody was trying to mill us out, but then we got rid of their card that was milling, and then it came to my turn, and one of my opponents had this card out that whenever an opponent would draw a card besides their first card each turn, they don't, and instead you do with your card. So I was drawing a bunch of cards, and on like the turns before this, and so I had a card in hand that I could use it to draw cards equal to the highest power among creatures I control. Well, because of the amount of counters that I had on creatures, the highest power of a creature I controlled was well over probably 1 billion. So essentially all of the deck plus so many more decks, and they had that card out, and if you mill out and then or like draw all your cards and you cannot draw when you're supposed to draw, you lose the game. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this and you're going to draw out your deck. Yeah. And then they were like, no. And then what they did is they destroyed their creature that was making them draw the cards. So instead I had to draw the cards myself, and I took myself out of the game. So, you know, at least I went down. I took myself out. Nobody got the true, like, reward of defeating me. But that game was just absolutely hilarious. It was so much fun. And, like, so chaotic. But I had an absolutely lovely time. So it was pretty great. I would play a game like that again. Oh, but one thing I forgot to mention is, so the start I had, you know, I made my second doubling season. There was an enchantment thing that made me get a third one, and then my deck is all about making more tokens. So the reasons all the numbers got so high was because I kept doubling the amount of tokens I had, which made the doubling season tokens duplicate. So I had 19 doubling seasons. And so if I would make one token, so say I was making a 1/1 rabbit token. Well, the first doubling season would turn that into 2. The second doubling season would turn it into 4. The third would bring it up to 8. The fourth would bring it up to 16. Fifth, 32. Sixth, 64. And so on and so on. And after doubling it 19 times, it got to be a very large number. So yeah, it was great. I loved it. It was like the first time I really got to enjoy using that card in the deck too, which was, it's like a $60 to $80 card, and I bought it really early on when I started playing Commander, and so I was really excited to finally like get to use it, and it went so well. So that was a very fun time. Let's see what else I've got in here. It looks like these are just my commons and uncommons from the Zendikar Rising that I opened. I have to look through, see if there's anything I'm interested in for decks. I do like this Yugioh Shelter. It's kind of a nice one. It also is one of those cards with a land on the back. That's kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to get more Zendikar Rising, is because I needed more of those cards that you can use as a land or something else. Because there's a few of my decks that need the option to choose between lands and other stuff. Yeah, let's check out what else I've got. Here's some of the stuff from 2021. Because I opened one pack of that, I think, so far. So that's a Stitcher. I feel like that's maybe a good card, but I'll have to look into it. And I got this Griffin token. And here's my common and uncommon bulk from the Baldur's Gate pack that I opened. And I guess the rares and stuff are here too. I have to look through, see what's spicy. And then I did pull a signed art card in one of my Zendikar packs. And then I have cards from my prize pack for winning the game, which is pretty great. I'm gonna get this one in a sleeve because it's like a $5 card. But yeah, you know, good times for sure. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead. I realized I should have moved that out of the way earlier so you guys could actually see what I was going through, but you know, at least you kind of got an idea. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick second and check orders, see if we've got anything. I don't know that we have yet tonight. Pretty slow, quiet start, but you know, which is all good. If things just stay pretty slow, I'll probably wrap up early, and I've got a lot of stuff to work on. Lot of stuff. Up for 2 days. That sounds very not fun. You should probably sleep. I would highly encourage it. But then again, you're the boogeyman, and does the boogeyman actually sleep? I think he's supposed to just stay up like 24/7 to like spook people out when they wake up in the night. At least as far as I understand. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and open my other Core 2021 pack. See what I can get. Starting off with a walking corpse. How nice. We have a porkless vine, Shore Strike, Legion's Judgment, Capture Sphere, Minstrel Singer, Warded Battlements, Shock, got Sky Scanner, Kinetic Ugger, got Angelic Ascension, Direfleet Warmonger, got a Temple of Silence for our rare, Sanguine Indulgence foil, we got an island and a soldier token. Temple of Silence isn't anything too crazy. I do think it might be like a couple dollars. But you know. You ever start a final project that day it was due? Typically no. I'm not a huge fan of procrastinating big projects. I know there were a couple times when I did start things like kind of late, but I can't say I've ever done it the same day. I think that would just, the stress would just make it impossible for me to accomplish anything that day, so, yeah, that does not sound like a very fun time. Alright, Zendikar Rising time. We got this cool art card, Spicy Land. We have an Ardent Electromancer, Sneaking Guide, see, Expedition Champion, Dauntless Survivor, Grotag Bug Catcher, Attended Healer. Oh, I love the showcase cards in this set. We got a Canopy Beloth, Seagate Banneret, Merfolk Falconer. This card trolls me. This is like the second time I pulled it. So one of the main cards that I want to pull from Zendikar Rising is called Seagate Restoration. And so this starts with the same 2 letters, and it's a blue card too. And so this is the second time I pulled this card out of Zendikar Rising and been like, bruh, that's not the right Seagate. We got a Chichiru Blightblade and a Core Warrior. Man, I was so excited. I thought I'd finally pulled my Seagate Restoration, but nope. I mean, it is a mythic, but it's not a good mythic. Hey, how's it going, Trev? Thank you for stopping by. I'd say I'm having a pretty great night. It's been pretty vibey. Hope you are having a lovely night as well. Alright, I'm gonna double check orders again. And I can't decide if I should save this for later tonight or if I should just open it now. I'm gonna just open it now. Why not? It's pretty slow tonight, and I'm gonna just enjoy my pack. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can get out of this set. I kind of wanted to buy a whole box of it, but then I was like, wow, that's actually not at all in my budget. So I was like, okay, I will just hold off on buying a full box of it and buy a couple packs. That was a struggle to get out. Alright, we're starting with a Sea Hack, which is the same card as the other one of these collector packs. Got a Nimble-Claw Adept, Minimus Containment, Rock, Skullport Merchant. Oh, I love this card. I actually have it in one of my decks, but I don't think it's foil, so I'm gonna have to add the foil one to the deck. I got a Mountain. Ooh, I love the Ganex. That looks so good in foil. We've got Kaga Shadow Archdruid. I don't know why I never noticed this in this set before. It's kind of a fun card. I've been wanting to build like a Death Touch deck, so this would be kind of fun. I'm gonna set that over here too. Got a Candlekeep Sage, White Plume Adventure, and I see something good! Black Market Connections is one of the best cards that they created for this set. I believe the extended art is around $20, and this is actually my second one, so I now have 2. It is such a fantastic job. I have it in, let's see, I have it in my, like, Treasure Sacrifice deck. We got a Windshaper Planetar, Raphael. He's pretty fun. We have Mazzy, True Sword Paladin. Oh, Spicy White Plume Adventurer. And the Undercity. Very nice. So that means I got 2 White Plume Adventurers in this. Both foil, but one just the extra spicy foil. Like a Sunday afternoon at work. Like a rainy day. You know, it might end up raining tonight. While I was driving home after playing Commander, there was like so much lightning. Like all of the clouds like kept lighting up every like couple minutes. It was kind of wild, but lightning is like pretty in its own scary way, you know? But yeah, there's a lot of lightning, so I wouldn't be surprised if it starts raining here. See, I should check my weather app. Is there gonna be rain? Let me know, little app. It doesn't say anything about rain, but it does say it's cloudy. But I just realized I always forget that my computer also has a little weather thing on it, and it says rain on and off. So apparently it's kind of starting to rain. So it is kind of a rainy day. Well, I guess it's a rainy night. I agree. I think rain and like lightning are really nice. I quite enjoy it when it's rainy, unless I have to drive in it, because there's a lot of not great drivers that you will have to deal with if you're driving in the rain. But I guess sometimes those drivers then don't want to be out in the rain, so they don't, and problem solved. Ganex is nice. It's just an uncommon, but I'm kind of curious if it's a very good card, since it's, you know, it's actually a pretty playable card, at least. And this is like the probably spiciest version in my opinion, with it being the foil. Oh, it's maybe like $1. It's not bad. That can have a penny sleeve. Where are my penny sleeves? Yeah, I'm still really tempted to get a full booster box of these collector packs. This is such a fun set to open, and there's a lot of really, really nice playable cards in it, especially like all the dragons, all the super spacey dragons, and super planetar. So yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I probably need to make a little bit more money first, but then I will give me some more packs. One costs like $220 to get a full box. It's expensive, but it's definitely good stuff. So just stick those over there too. I'm gonna go ahead and check orders. I still haven't seen any come in for tonight. Like, it's been like slower than, it's like been my slowest stream in a while. I'm like, it's so quiet. I guess I also have to worry that sometimes when it's rainy, like, my Wi-Fi gets extra spotty. So I'm gonna just like hope that stream just doesn't like suddenly die. If it does, you guys know why. The weather, because my Wi-Fi is kind of terrible. I have Xfinity. I don't recommend, I really do not recommend Xfinity Wi-Fi. They have done kind of a terrible job. Like, a couple, well, I guess it probably was like last year. They were doing some like repairs and stuff, but like, our Wi-Fi would like go off for several hours a day, multiple days in a row for several months straight. And it was so awful, because anytime you wanted to do anything with the Wi-Fi was just like, no. And then it'd just be gone. Everyone must be very tired. I mean, I can't blame them. Life is a little bit tiring. And it's like Wednesday. It's like the middle of the week. People are probably just pretty tired after the first 3 work days. I mean, I'm fairly tired, but I guess I didn't work on Monday. Well, I didn't like go to work at the game shop. Instead, I worked on YouTube stuff mostly. Monday was almost entirely like YouTube day. Which reminds me, I still need to finish my nail video, because I got my super cute nails. But like, I don't know when I'll get that done, because I have a bit of stuff I need to do, finish editing it. But I also have some other video stuff to work on. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm gonna work on first and what all I'm gonna have time for. Plus, of course, I have my new job, which currently is sorting a lot of Pokemon cards. So I should work on that too. And the giant boxes full of tons and tons of magic cards that is sitting on my floor right now will just continue to sit there because I don't think I'm gonna have time for it for like a month or longer or ever. I hope I have time for it though. I guess maybe that'll like be what I do on Sundays because I need something like chill and laid back and not work to like make Sundays like a calm, relaxing day because that's like the only day I take off. Otherwise, are you good at time managing? I mean, technically yes, because I have to be. I kind of have like 4 jobs. So 3 of them are very flexible in terms of the timetable, and the other one is not. And so I have to, you know, find time for all of them, plus, you know, doing stuff like my nails, sorting my own cards, when I want to play Commander, when I have family stuff going on, which the next 2 days I will have family reunion stuff going on, so I have no idea if I will be streaming the rest of this week, because family reunion, gonna be extra busy. I mean, technically I'll have like the first half of the day tomorrow for whatever I want, so then we'll probably be working on my sorting job, and I guess I need to do TCG Player at some point too, because I can't just not do that for 2 days. That's not how it works. But yeah, I would definitely say I'm pretty good at time management. My only problem is that sometimes I get really, really distracted. But that's kind of how I accomplish so much, is instead of just like sitting down like, okay, I have these 3 hours right here and I'm going to spend those 3 hours to work on this singular task. It's more like, alright, I have a total of about 8 hours today with which I can work on whatever I want. So I'm going to spend about 30 minutes on one thing. And then I'm going to remember how much I really wanted to get this other thing done. So I'm going to hurry over and start working on that for about 20 minutes. And then I'll be like, alright, I need to go back and finish the other thing I was doing. So go back and work on that and like get it mostly done. And then I'll get distracted by one of the other tasks that I have and I'll work on that one for a while. And yeah, it's basically just me jumping between the different tasks I have to do in no particular order, just kind of depending on what I feel the most urgent about doing, or the most like feel in the mood to work on that at the time. So I just kind of like move around through a bunch of different things until everything is done. And it's nice because it makes it so that I don't just have to sit in the same place for like a few hours straight. I can kind of, you know, keeping me moving between different places helps me to like I guess it doesn't make that much sense, but it kind of like maintains the energy and helps me to get more done instead of just like getting so exhausted of doing the same thing for a few hours straight. I get bored fairly easily, so using the distracted by my other things to do method works pretty well. You know, I just go in circles between the tasks until all of them are done, or most of them are done, or it's bedtime. Bedtime at like 4 a.m. because that's I'm gonna try to go to bed by like 3 a.m. tonight though. It's gonna be hard, but considering I have to wake up at like 9 on Friday, that's gonna be difficult. So definitely gonna need to get to sleep at a better time in order to accomplish that. Cause I don't wake up early. That is not something I do. But my family reunion, they're like, you gonna be up early? And I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Not really. Been a decent summer. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I've just been busy. Honestly, I guess, not gonna lie, summer is like my least favorite season. Because I can't wear sweaters, and I really love sweaters, but I still do wear sweaters. Like, I wore a sweater on Monday, but that was because I didn't have anywhere to go on Monday, and what is going to stop me from wearing a sweater if I'm just going to be in my nice air-conditioned house all day, you know? So, but yeah, so whenever I leave my house, can't really wear a sweater because I will just, like, literally melt, which is not very fun. So yeah, summer's like my least favorite month for that reason. But It is nice because it is usually busier in terms of like the TCG community. A lot more people have more free time, but whereas I'm not in school right now, summer is just like any other time of the year for me. I always, you know, just keep on doing all my different kinds of works and having a vibey time. But I mean, like, overall, even though summer's like my least favorite season, it's been a good summer. I've kept busy, I've accomplished a lot. I mean, plus I got another job that I'm like really stoked about. You should try to go to sleep earlier. Yes, I'm well aware. Unfortunately, I have severe insomnia, and that makes it very, very difficult. Yeah, it's a struggle. It is a serious struggle. I'll try to like go to sleep at like 1 a.m. and my mind's just like, I don't know about that. My body's like, no, it's not time to sleep yet. You must be up, you must move, you must accomplish things. And then eventually I like remember something that I'm like, oh, I really want to get that done. And so I just like hop out of bed, like ripped from the sheets, and go and work on more stuff. Like, it's so hard for me to calm down and go to sleep unless I've like really exhausted myself out for the night. So, you know, I just keep on hopping between activities until I'm so tired that my brain like can't even process. And of course after I've like accomplished some of the main things that I had to get done, because I will just sit and stress about things if I try to go to bed before I get them done. And so it's not very effective to try to go to sleep before I finish stuff. But I don't think I have too much that like has to be done tonight. I do have a little handful of things, but I think I should be able, well, no, I guess I do have a couple things that have to be done tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not gonna get that much sleep. So yeah, if the stream doesn't get busier in the next 10-ish minutes, I'll probably just call it a night so I can work on everything else, because I have a very, very, very nice little to-do list. Very, very solid one, for sure. Because I gotta work on some more advertisement stuff for the Commander event that I mentioned earlier. And then I do need to get my TCG player done. And I would like to do a little bit more sorting for my job. So I should do that. And maybe... Nah, I guess my room's actually pretty clean. I spent a while cleaning it on Monday, so it's actually pretty alright right now, which is great, because usually there's just too many things going on. How many hours do you work? For which job? Or just in total? Because I average probably around 25 hours at the game shop. YouTube. I don't know how many hours I spend on YouTube a week. I would guess 15-ish a week for YouTube, so that would bring me 25 plus 15, so it's like 40? So 40 hours between those two. Then TCG player, I probably spend 30 minutes to an hour almost every night. So I guess you could say, I'd say about like 4 hours a week maybe on TCG player. So that brings us to 44. And then my new job, I just barely started, but I'm planning on trying to get at least like 10 hours in a week. So I think that would bring me to 54. So that's just kind of like the average though. An average of about 54 hours a week of work. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. But I guess maybe I was a little bit low on my YouTube estimate. Because I guess that's not totally accounting for all like the prep time, because prepping for stream does take a long time. So I'd say like maybe 60. 60 is probably a little more accurate. And then I guess it's what all you consider to be work. Because I do a lot of things that are technically connected to work. Like if I counted all the time that I spend on doing my nails, which I do consider part of like my YouTube stuff, because I usually make shorts, and my shorts of doing nails are usually fairly successful. So I mean, like, that's like, I probably spent maybe 2 hours on these nails, but sometimes my nails take like 10 hours, and so that's a lot of hours. But I mean, I guess it's also just a for fun thing. Yeah, for the most, there's a few aspects that are definitely a little bit more physically demanding, because sometimes I have to carry around big cardboard boxes full of like 7,000 cards in them, which are a little bit heavy, but I'm pretty good at carrying them around. I've got me some muscles. And I mean, sometimes when I'm at the game shop, I have to be on my feet for like 5 hours straight, which is a lot, but I like to be up on my feet, so that's fine. But yeah, it's definitely not as physically demanding as a lot of jobs out there, but I do like that it does kind of at least, you know, get me moving a little bit, because I don't necessarily have time or energy to just straight up like do exercises for hours. I like for it to just be like a part of my life, just the things that I do daily kind of, you know, provide some of that like exercise and physical exertion. And I'd say it was pretty solid right now. Carrying around enough of those heavy boxes and, you know, being on my feet for long periods of time. And then I guess occasionally I do random push-ups, because I'm very proud that I like my high score, I think, for push-ups was 23, but usually just like a random, like, all of a sudden somebody's like, how many push-ups can you do? And I'll be like, let me see. I can usually get around like 20-ish. So I'm pretty proud of that, you know? Pretty proud of my ability to do push-ups. I used to kind of be able to do pull-ups too, but I don't know where the pull-up bar that I got for my birthday a few years ago went. It kind of just like disappeared. So I can't use it anymore. So I don't really know if I can do pull-ups still. I bet maybe I could. I could never do that many. I could only get like 3 at a time, but I feel like that was pretty solid. Pretty solid. 3 pull-ups. It's fun times. But push-ups are my favorite type of exercise. I'm not gonna lie. Which I feel like is kind of unusual, but I don't know. Where are my calisthenics people at? Like, I've never loved running because I'm really bad at like regulating my breathing when I exercise and like run and do cardio. So it always like leaves me like gasping for breath and like my lungs will burn, and just because of that discomfort, it kind of like prevents me from really being able to, you know, accomplish as much as I could if I was better at regulating my breathing. But at least I could do push-ups, because I mean, calisthenics, you definitely still need to breathe in order to do them, but it's not like to the extent that cardio is. So I just like my calisthenics. Those are what I'm good at. I can do sit-ups too. One time I did this challenge with my little brother where I think we both did like 300 sit-ups. That was what a day. What a day in my life. There's a lot of sit-ups. But yeah, sit-ups, push-ups, those are my favorite types of exercise. So when I randomly have time. Plus, that's another thing about them. You don't have to have like any extra equipment. You don't need a ton of space. You just need enough space that you can, like, you know, have yourself horizontally on the floor, either, you know, pushing yourself up or like lifting up your shoulders. You know, just that's all the space you need. No extra equipment. And then just, yeah, getting those calories burning. Really not that though. More than anything, I just like to be like capable and strong. I'm very independent. So like the stronger I can be, the more I can accomplish, and the more I can accomplish on my own, the better. Cause then I can be like super independent, which is kind of just how I roll. Now that's why I like working so much. I mean, that's part of it. One, I just love keeping busy. 2, my mind likes to always have stuff to think about and be planning for and getting ready for and working on. And then also, I like that the more that I work, the more money I can make. And the more money that I make, the sooner I can buy my own house. And the sooner that I have my own house, the sooner that, I don't know, but I'll be able to live in my own house, which will be pretty legit. And I can do whatever I want with it and hang up a whole bunch of swords. Because, you know, there's just not that much display room in a single bedroom. And if I'm going to buy myself a sword for every birthday, I'm going to need a lot of places to, like, display my swords. Plus, of course, I would love to display more of my trading card stuff. and like actually have space for things. My bedroom is so chaotic because my stream setup takes up about maybe a third, like 25 to 35% of my bedroom is this streaming setup. And then I have like a makeup area, and I've got my bed that for some reason I have a queen size bed. I really should downsize, but like my parents don't want to buy a new bed for me, so I'm like, well, I will just keep this large one. But then I've got like my dresser that has a bunch of clothes in it, my closet, which is just absolutely packed, half of it with clothes and half of it with trading cards. And then I've also just got like these huge boxes of magic cards, just huge, with nowhere else to be other than the floor. And then that's all the stuff that I could fit in my room. I like all my stuff is like leaking into this other room that's actually my old room, but now it's a storage craft Lego room. About a third of the Legos in there are mine. All the craft stuff is mine, and about half of the storage in there is mine. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I need space for, because there's not enough space here for me. Hey, it was good having you. Good luck with work. Work at like 11 p.m. I guess maybe you're in a different place, or you're just like me and like to work all night. I'm much better at staying up late to work than I am at getting up early to work, you know? I definitely prefer staying up late. 'Cause see, I'm really, really bad at waking up. That's not one of my skills. So waking up is hard, but staying awake, that's a piece of cake. I've never been somebody that's really liked napping. The only time I can nap is if I had a really, really tiring week, and then I have to get up earlier than usual on Sunday for church. So usually I don't get as much sleep on, Saturday, Sunday nights. And then so I'll be like running on like 4 hours of sleep, and I'll get home from church and my body's just like, girl, you gotta take a break. And then I'll like zonk out for 2 hours until dinner time. That's about the only time that I take naps. But before that, for many, many years of my life, I just straight up could not nap. I would just lay there and just be like, this isn't working. So, not a huge napper, but it is what it is. I guess the worst part about that was that I could never fall asleep during car trips. People would talk about how nice it was if they could just fall asleep on car trips, and like it was like teleportation, like bam, you're there, which would have been really, really great for me, considering both of my grandparents live about 5 hours away from me. So anytime we wanted to go see our grandparents, which when I was younger was probably maybe like 3-ish times a year, is 5 hours there and 5 hours back, which is a lot of hours in the car, and I hated being in the car. And yeah, it's pretty brutal that I could not really fall asleep. Whenever one of my siblings would like fall asleep for part of the car trip, I would just be like, I envy you so greatly. I just want to be able to sleep on car trips. But now it's been a while since I've been on any car trips, because of course 2020, why did I say 2020? 2020, the year, traveling was not much of an option, so not really much traveling then. And this year and last year, just lots of being very busy and not really being able to like schedule time to travel. But I do now. I'm old enough that I can drive, and I love driving. But I can't really take myself on any trips because of 2 reasons. One, so I drive a Jeep, a 95 Jeep. It's older than me. It's from quite a few 27 years ago. And I love it. It's got these super duper plush seats that were put in by the rich people that owned it before they gave it to my grandparents in trade for my grandpa helping them with something. And then my grandparents let my older brother used it before me when he learned to drive, and then when I learned to drive, we had to share it for like a year. That was terrible. It was very not fun. But then my parents got a super duper cheap Altima for my brother, because he didn't really care about what vehicle, he just needed something to get to work. And so I got to exclusively drive the Jeep. And like I said, I love this Jeep, but it's got some issues. One, with the current state of gas prices, the gas mileage on the Jeep is terrible. Every time I have to refill it, it is like so emotionally and mentally scarring. It's so brutal. It's a lot of money. I did like when the gas prices started going up. So when they were like in the middle of where they were and where they are now, I like did the math and figured out that it took me $4 to get to and from work every day. Now I'm sure it's $5 or $6 because the prices just keep going up. So yeah, the gas mileage is really bad. Also, it has a few issues. So it's not super safe to bring it on the freeway. And I don't really know how else to effectively travel across an entire state without the freeway. So yeah. Cause so what was funny is when like I was first starting to get to use the Jeep and my brother was using it, we weren't allowed to take it on the freeway because my parents were like worried about it. And there were 2 occasions where I did take it on the freeway. One of them was on accident because I was just using like the Maps app on my phone to help me get to some place that I had like not driven to before or something. And it took me on the freeway and I didn't realize it was taking me on the freeway and I was like, whoopsies. And then there was like this one other time where it went on the freeway and I do not remember why, but I believe it was intentional. So, and it went smoothly. Both of those times on the freeway, it was perfectly fine. So jump forward a while. My dad, he has a degree in auto mechanics, so he did some work on the Jeep. He replaced the tires, which we found out were 20 years old. The tires. You should not keep tires that long. The tires were older than I was. And so he replaced the tires, and they're like, you know, I think it's good to take on the freeway now. Like, the tires are good. We've taken care of a couple of the like internal issues. And so I was like, well, great. I need to, you know, go to this place that's like a good 30-minute drive away. I will take the freeway to save like 10 minutes. And so it was fine for the first little bit. But then all of a sudden, I'm just driving down the freeway, you know, like do, and suddenly it starts going, and I'm like, the car's not supposed to be doing this. And so like off onto like the little side of the road, but like there wasn't really much space there because they were doing road construction. It was mostly on the other side of the road, but it was still partially on the side that I was on too. So there was like 2 lanes on this freeway. It's a very busy freeway too. That's why they were doing construction, to give it like 5 lanes on both sides. But there's only about 2 lanes on each side. And technically there was not really area to pull off, but I was like, my options are stopping in the middle of freeway and disrupting traffic and probably making people hate me, or just pulling off into the not super great area to pull off into, but it was good enough. Of course, there was the fact that on the passenger side of my car, there was like maybe like half a foot of space, and then just this like hill. It was a really, really steep hill just down. I'm like, well, okay then. But then on the other side, like about a foot from my door, was the cars flying by at 65 miles per hour plus, because people are not great at going the speed limit. And so what I had to do, because I was like, I'm not totally sure what the issue is, so of course my Jeep had some issues with like overheating a couple times before, and of course I was like worried about maybe like the
tires hit something, which would have been really difficult because, like, we just barely replaced the tires. That would have been so frustrating. But so what I had to do in order to get out of my car to investigate, I couldn't open the driver door because traffic was about a foot away from that door. And I didn't want to be hit by a car. So I had to climb over the console into the passenger seat and open that door to the, like, half a foot of space before this hill. And so, you know, I carefully got out and I went to the front of my vehicle and I kind of took a look at it. I'm like, all right, one good thing, I don't see any smoke or steam coming out of it this time. So that is great. But I couldn't figure out, like, what the issue was. And so I was like, well, you know, I inspected the tires as best I could. I could only really inspect, like, the two that were on the passenger side and, like, kind of peek at the ones on the driver's side. And so I was like, well, everything seems fine. So, what am I going to do? I eventually decided, I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to get back in the car. I'm going to turn the blinker on, wait until there's opening in traffic. It took like 10 minutes, but finally there was an opening in traffic. So I pulled in, I turned my emergency blinkers on, and it started a little bit, like, rough. It was still jerking a little bit, but then it kind of, you know, I was able to get it off the freeway. There was a ramp not that far away, and I pulled into a parking lot, and I was just like, okay, time to call Dad. Well, actually, I called my dad while I was on the side of the freeway, but of course, it's not like he could really come help me on the side of the freeway. So, you know, I got into this parking lot and waited for him, and the conclusion that we came to is that some kind of, like, rock or loose rubble from the construction going on must have somehow got, like, kicked up and, like, hit into the bottom area of the Jeep, and somehow it messed up the fan. So the big fan, the reason the car was going was because the fan was, like, hitting against something every time it spun around, and, you know, it's hitting against the engine, which not a great thing for it to be doing. But, you know, eventually we got that fixed. But yeah, haven't been on the freeway after that. Hey, welcome, Jason. How's it going? Ooh, I think we might have gotten our first order. Let me check real quick. Ooh, yes, we got some Lost Abyss for Jason. Let's do it. I love this set. Whoops. Not 36. 26. I love this set so much. It's such a fun one. So much space to pull. And I seriously, if we pull that Giratina for someone, I don't know where my scissors are. Like, these are the packs. You don't actually need scissors for the Japanese packs. Kind of. This isn't working. Where did I put my scissors? Oh, I realized what I did with them. They're on my other desk. Let me just grab those real quick. Alright, I have my scissors now. Problem solved. We can now open the packs without immense struggling. Snip, snip. Alrighty, one to the front, starting off with a Toxapex. Ninetales, I love that art. Tenemo, we have a Phanpy, and a Banette. So nothing too spicy from the first one, but we'll hope that the next pack is a little bit spicier, because we be wanting some spice. Alright, we got Lady, there's an Araquanid, Phantom, got a Lantern, and Trevenant holofoil. He's got a foil now. Let's see, where are my little penny sleeves? There's a pile of penny sleeves for us. Then we got one more pack for you. Let's see what we can do. Snip, snip. Alright, there's one to the front. Starting off with a Crocorock, I believe. Also, look at the little baby Sandile. It's so cute. I love it. There's a Feniri, Binacle. We got a Slugma. Ooh, and a Pidgeot V. I'd say that's not bad. We got a V and a regular holo out of 3 packs. Pretty solid odds. Go ahead and get those added into your stack, Jason. Let's see. Oh, not in that box. I gotta remind myself what box it is in. We've got a lot of boxes right now.
but I did get some stuff shipped out last night, so they're not quite as many boxes. Oh, there it is. See, the reason why I couldn't figure out where it was is because it was in the one box I checked first, but I forgot that I moved it to a different box after doing shipping stuff last night. But I found it, so we good. Hey, welcome, Daniel. How's it going? See, I don't have a bulk box right now, so I'm gonna just put a stack of bulk on top of the large sticky notes I have. Not on top of the small ones, though. Small ones, got those right here for making new stacks. Alright, let me check orders again real quick, see if we've got any others. Let's see. It's loading. Alright, doesn't look like we've got any more yet, so we will just vibe for a bit. I'm gonna actually get a quick drink of lemonade. We've got more raspberry lemonade today. Tasty. Market side lemonade. Thank you, Walmart. You know, it's just good lemonade. I just can't help it. Delicious. Very, very good spray. Alright, there we go. Bag set up now. But yeah, I'm really excited about Lost Origin. Opening Lost Abyss and Dark Phantasma. Both been like absolutely fantastic experiences. And it looks like I'm going to be able to have a pretty good stock of Lost Origin, which I'm super excited about. Probably more than like any other Pokemon release ever. Basically, I'll probably have enough to supply just like about as much as people want. I should be able to most likely supply it, which is so exciting to me. That is thanks to Hilltop. Did you supply anything from Lost Abyss? I got a Pidgeot V, but that was about it. A whole deal. Well, I think John might want some, and I'm not sure about doing a whole deal on it just because it is such a spicy and high in demand set. But if you're interested in getting a full box, I could look into getting one within the next couple days that I could probably do a discount on like a whole sealed box. But since this one's already open, probably not. But I don't know. I'd have to do math to decide. Let's see. But yeah, so far we've just gotten a V, and I guess I did open a pack of Lost Abyss yesterday and I pulled the Kyurem VMAX, but it's just the regular one. So there should still be the big spice in there. Hopefully the Giratina. That'd be so cool. It's the Giratina. I'm trying to remember what a couple of like the trainers and stuff in this one are, but I'm like legitimately unsure. Let's see. Lost Abyss. What trainers are in this set? Tell me. Poke Collector. I just want to know. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Aerodactyl. How did I forget about the Aerodactyl? Oh yeah, Lady is like the main trainer hit. And there's also the Fantina and Thornton and Chloris' Experiment. But yeah, the Lady is the trainer to pull from this set. Very spicy. Alright, I think we've got another order. It's loading. Yes, we got 5 Lost Abyss for John. Go ahead, update that on there, and let's see what we can get for you. Let's see, we got 3, 4, and 5. Is that 5? Yeah, that's 5. We did it. We got 5. Snip, snip. Right, there's one to the front. Starting off with this thing that looks like a little vacuum. I guess I have the list pulled up. Let me see. What do we... Lost Sweeper. So it's not a vacuum, it's a sweeper. Apparently. Oh my goodness, it wants to focus on everything in the back, just not this actual card. Focus on the card. On the Lost Sweeper. I'm just calling it a vacuum though. We got a Sandile. There's a Seal, Donphan, and a Sunflora. Nothing much for the first one. Let's see what we can get out of our second pack. One to the front. Starting off with Colress. No, that's not Colress. That's Thornton. This is Thornton. We got Fletchender. Little baby Fungus. So cute. Got Drowsy and a Dracloak. I love Dracloak. But you know what I love even more? The Dreepy from this set. That card is just the absolute best. Alright, we got Talonflame, Finian, Porygon 2, Slurpuff, and we got the weird horse that Calyrex rides that I don't understand why they decided to make it its own Pokemon, but it is. It's just an ice horse. But, like, I guess it is a box battle. Ooh, see, now that would be spicy. Full box. One of you could get Astral, one of you could get Chilling. I don't know if that's very even, but... Or, you guys could do... Or are you talking about, like, a single box, like you both get half? Because that would be really spicy. Last time we did one of those, that was so much fun. Very, very exciting. Alright, we got this little Panic Mask is what it's called. A Dewpider, there's a Sandygast, Ferrothorn, and Stunfisk. Alright, we got two packs to go. There's one to the front. Oh, the Mimikyu! I love it. Vulpix, got Durant, Porygon, and a Mungus. Wow, so far these packs have been kind of rough. Hopefully we'll get you something out of this one. Half and half. Ooh, that would be really fun. Alright, we got Porygon Z. There's a Shuppet. The Amolga. I love this Amolga. Horsey. Ooh, alright. We got the regular Giratina V. Still a stunning card. Glad that we finally got you an ultra rare. That would have been a bit of an oof if there was no ultra rare or spicier. We'll go ahead and get those added into your stack. Then I'll put my bulk in my weird little bulk tower pile. Because, you know, who needs bulk boxes? I'm gonna need to buy a lot of ETBs once this set comes out. The next set. I need the bulk boxes so bad. I guess I could also just, like, you know, buy more things on, like, Amazon to get a bunch of boxes. And then just, like, cut the top of the box and into, like, inserts so it has rows. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I have to do that a lot. I've made a good little stack of my own storage boxes because it has been so difficult to get a hold of stuff to store my cards in. So now I just make my own boxes because it's easier than trying to find non-existent boxes. I mean, there was one time a couple months ago where I did find some of, like, they're like the just 2-row boxes, so, like, still decent for storage, but not the biggest. But yeah, they're just difficult to find overall. So, been making my own. They've been pretty nice, definitely very helpful. I don't know what I would have done without them. I can lay off in place because sales are down. Wow, that does sound very sad. Things at work right now for me are pretty chill. So sales, fortunately, we haven't had too many issues so far after all the, like, with the TCGs and stuff raising prices. The store I work at is already relatively small. There's not a ton of employees as is, so I doubt that there'll be any huge issues there. But fortunately, I am in a pretty good position where if I would probably... So there's only 3 main employees there. The manager, and then me, who's, like, almost but not quite full-time, and then the other part-timer that usually does under 10 hours a week. So, like, I would be the most likely to be kept if one of us 2 part-timers got, you know, let go or something, but I highly doubt that will be a problem. I don't think it should be a huge issue. Really, the only issue would be if me and my manager for some reason left, the whole store would fall apart. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that would be pretty brutal. But yeah, if worst came to worst, I have my other job now. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I got a job working for one of the guys that I buy a lot of my sold product from. And so I have a backup job, so it's all good. We're all set. Plus, I mean, I still am doing YouTube, but YouTube isn't necessarily profitable. It just makes it so that I can still enjoy, you know, opening tons of packs without going in massive amounts of debt. And I mean, I do TCG Player, but that's for the same purpose. He said he opened a second store because of Pokemon hype, but now that's cooled off, he has to close. That is pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely, I feel like it's really one of those things that you can't just fully depend on a singular market to base your your business decisions off of, as well as like your success. Because what's nice about the store I work at is we also have like board games as well as like Warhammer type stuff, and the TCGs we have, it's not just focused on Pokemon. There's a huge focus on Magic as well as Yu-Gi-Oh, and there aren't as many card shops locally like in my area that do much with Yu-Gi-Oh, so you know that kind of is a bit of an extra, you know, reason for people to like our shop. But yeah, that's definitely pretty brutal. Sad times. I can't imagine, like, you're so excited because your store's going so well, and then all of a sudden it's just like sad. Oh my goodness, I love the Radiant Eevee box. I'm obsessed with those. As you can see, I've got my Radiant Eevee mat here. I also have a Radiant Eevee mat for my, like, when I go play Commander. And then I have a couple more sealed ones that I'm saving so I can display them when one day I have space to display. Ooh, a 10v10 pack battle. I'll open one. I can open one pack and see if I can win with a single pack. Honestly, that would be kind of hilarious if, like, I won, but I'd also feel kind of bad. But that sounds fun. Sorry, Blazer, but like, it's literally pointless. I will not be selling my UPCs. I have no desire to whatsoever. But hey, I did finally say that I would accept your commission for an ASMR video. So like, that's great, right? You'll ask every day. I'm sorry, but you're gonna get real tired of my answer being the same every time. Like, it's just set in stone. I already made the decision with myself after I regretted opening my second one. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep these ones sealed. They're going to stay in their boxes. I even put them in a place that's like ridiculously difficult to get them out of, so that I have no temptation. But also, they're one of those things that they have no reason to ever go down in value, and also they're just really cool and probably will never be something I can get again. And just for the sake of me being the collector that I am, as well as somebody that loves to keep a hold of stuff, to watch the market and all that, there's just really no reason VMAX Climax to come to America. So technically, VMAX Climax is one of those Japanese sets that's spread out through multiple English sets. The cards in it have slowly been like being put into different Japanese sets. So like, a bunch of them I know were in Brilliant Stars, and some were in Astral Radiance. I'm sure a bunch more will be in Last Abyss. But they've done sets like that previously for the Japanese, where it's a lot more stuff, but unfortunately they won't give us like the really spicy, like guaranteed type hit sets in English. But you know, it'll be like that. It'll do a CMR. I mean, it would be custom, because I don't have the motivation to want to just do it for YouTube. So if you want to like email me or something, we can work something out. I'll kind of give you what rates I'm willing to work with, which won't be low because ASMR is a pain to make and an even bigger pain to edit. I remember last time I made an ASMR video, it was just so excruciatingly like awful to get everything put together. But yeah, I'm start to kind of like dip my toes into like different commissions and stuff. I mean, for those of you that were here at the start of my video, I did do an advertisement for a Commander event that it was a paid advertisement. Isn't that exciting? I love paid advertisement, good stuff, and it's for trading card stuff, which is really the only thing I'd advertise, unless somebody wanted to like have me advertise like strawberry lemonade, I'd be so down. I'd be like, you know it, fam. Need me some more lemonade, please and thank you. Or like wigs, because I really like wigs too. I would love to advertise wigs. That would be really fun. Or like super cute shoes, but those would be a little bit harder to show off, because, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm doing ads now. Kind of exciting. Then I have opened commissions for painted cards, which I haven't done too much with that since lately I did a dice commission to do some dice. I forgot to ever finish taking care of some stuff with that. I should probably get around to, but yeah, you know, I'm finally kind of in a place where I'm way done with school stuff. And so since school's out of the way and I have a little bit more control over my general schedule, I can, you know, invest my time in doing more like commission stuff, which I feel like is a great way to, I don't know, like spend my time so that I can be giving people like what they want. And, you know, it's definitely very helpful for me to be able to do things that I'm more in control of what I'm getting paid, because there have been plenty of situations in my life where what I've been getting paid for the work that I do has just been unfair for me. So I appreciate being able to like have more of a control over that. Is John still here? I don't know where John went. John, where did you go? Just straight up disappeared. I don't know, maybe he'll be back. Sometimes he disappears for a little bit. Maybe he will come back. John, come back. We want to open some spicy Lost Abyss packs. I love this set. I really hope we pull some Unalt art. Like, the Giratina would be so spicy, but the Aerodactyl, too, is super nice. Let's see, what was the other... Oh, and the Rotom! The Rotom with all of its Easter eggs in it. Oh my goodness, my YouTube screen is driving me crazy because, like, there's no connection issue, but it's just having a hard time, like, loading the preview. And so it keeps just, like, buffering for me. So every time I, like, glance up to see if it's working well, it's just, like, buffering. And I'm like, but it says there's a perfect connection. What is this? I mean, it's apparently not raining. My computer says it's cloudy, but it is not raining. So, like, I don't know. I think the Wi-Fi should be fine. Hopefully. If not, then sad times. I'm glad that my Wi-Fi isn't as messed up as it used to be. Or when I'd have all those issues when I used to stream off my phone. It's definitely been nicer since I've started streaming on the computer, and since, you know, I got my own Rotom. That helped a lot. So, yeah. Fixing up my setup last year definitely made a huge difference in terms of that. Plus, I mean, my Wi-Fi has been more stable this year than last year, but I will never get over that. Plus, there still are some times where randomly, with zero warning, I would just not have Wi-Fi for like 4 hours. It happened like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, what happened to my Wi-Fi? I was using that! I was so upset because I was like in the middle of working on TCG Player, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? I don't even remember what I ended up doing, but I was very distraught over the fact that my Wi-Fi was gone. I was like, I just wanted to accomplish stuff, get TCG Player taken care of for the day, maybe add a few listings, but no! Nope. Instead, I just had no Wi-Fi. I probably ended up like sorting cards or something. Doing some nice sorting. Well, my Wi-Fi was just like gone. It was rough. Cause see, like, I wanted to work on TCG Player, and I also had like some other things I was doing on my phone, and I was just like, now I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do? It was sad times, very sad times. It's just like, this is lame. But see, now if like I turned my phone onto using data, like, I think it was working somewhat at least, but I don't have unlimited data. I don't like have data. If I use data, it just like drains my parents' wallets. So I always feel extremely guilty for using data. So that's not really much of an option. So I just had to not have Wi-Fi. And it was sad. But you know, one day I'll be in charge of my own Wi-Fi bills, and then I can choose to pay for the data. I'll be like, this is okay. Except I'll probably still be like, no, I need this money for cards. I can't spend it on Wi-Fi. That's just silly. So, you know, if I just randomly go off the grid for several months after I eventually move out of my parents' house, it's just because I don't want to pay for Wi-Fi. Which is not a great move, because Wi-Fi is kind of pretty important for like everyday life, but you know, sometimes you just gotta be cheap so you can buy more cardboard. Cardboard buying is a very, very important part of my life. It's a very, very large part too, which I really want to make some like spicy cardboard purchases, you know. But I'm supposed to be saving up and getting ready for next month when there's going to be a Pokemon and a Magic release on the same day, which is going to be so crazy. But fortunately, I no longer have to worry about the Pokemon situation. I got that all figured out nice and neatly so that it's not going to mess me up, and I will have tons of stock available, which is going to be super duper sweet. But then the Magic, I mean, I know how it's going to go. The Ninetales and Lost Abyss is a cute card. Incandescent Arcana, please alter. And Incandescent Arcana's got the Vulpix though, so I don't think they'll do anything with Ninetales in that set. But like, Vulpix alter? I don't know, be kind of spicy. Have they revealed anything else about what's gonna be in Incandescent Arcana, or are we just waiting on news? I'm gonna look. Incandescent Arcana. Preview. Reshiram? Did we know that Reshiram was gonna be in here? I feel like we maybe did, but like I also don't remember that. But like, oh, let me get this so it'll show you guys. Look at the Reshiram! I sure hope they give him an alt-art, because that would be so spicy. Is that it? It's just letting us know that Reshiram's gonna be here, which is a pretty good thing to know. Reshiram V, pretty nice. I wish they had done like a Hisuian Reshiram or something. I would love to see Reshiram and a different type. Like, that'd be pretty lit. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys have to see this Fennekin. It's so cute! This is a little puppy. I love it. I love it so much. And of course, we already know about the Esper from this set that I'm also a little bit obsessed with. Oh, the Vulpix is gonna be so cute. And here's my Esper. Isn't it just amazing? Good stuff. See, I'm gonna try to find something that shows like the full picture of cards better, because I don't like when it only shows like a little bit of the cards. I need to see all of the spice. Why is it so difficult to find a site that'll show me all of the revealed stuff? Oh, whoa, I found a secret way to find it on Poké Collector, because for some reason I couldn't get it to pull up initially. Whoops, I zoomed in too much. Alright, so yeah, we got the Reshiram. Of course, we got the Vulpix stuff. The Radiant Jirachi. And then we're getting Braixen and Gardevoir character cards. And there's a Serena trainer? So, full art Serena, maybe? That would be really nice. I would love that. I wanted to be Serena for like Halloween or something a little bit back. Such a fun trainer. And I mean, she's also on the Braixen card. Oh, she's got a hat for the Braixen that matches her hat. I love it. He's so cute. And then I believe this is Diantha with Gardevoir. This picture is just so epic. I love it. I'm so excited about it. Almost 2 years ago. I mean, it's been more like a year and a half ago. Maybe. Please tell us UPC. No, see, it's gonna be my UPC because it's going to remain mine. And that is why. But if I find somebody else that's selling one at a decent price, I will let you know. But I'm not gonna sell mine. Like I said, I immensely regret opening 2 of them. Like, opening 1 of them would have been fine. But that I opened 2 of them, why did I do that? It's just silly. Just silly on my part. But I mean, I guess it was pretty fun to open them. Because one of them was when I finally got my Umbreon Gold Star, which was one of like the last cards from the set I needed. That and the Mew, but I could not pull the Mew for myself. Only for other people. So I just bought the Mew. And now the set's complete and it's good and vibey and we are all fine and dandy. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick second and check orders. Looks like John just like straight up disappeared, so maybe no box battle tonight. If we don't get more orders, I'll probably wrap up soonish. It's like midnight. I've got at least probably at least like 2 hours of work ahead of me. I need to get to bed by like 3, and I also need to eat some food, which I don't know what I want to eat. Earlier, it was so hard to find like something I wanted to eat. Maybe I'll have nachos actually. I think we have nacho cheese, and we've got the tortilla chips. I might eat some nachos. I've been trying to eat healthier though. Why? Because, I don't know, I guess it's good to eat healthy. I'm like, you know, most of the things I eat either have a really high concentration of sugar or salt. I should like eat some regular foods. So lately I've been having like more fruits and vegetables, which I don't like most vegetables, but we had celery, so I've eaten some celery. It's like almost out though, so I'm gonna have to be like, Mom, I require more celery. I should make my dad grow celery in his garden. I don't know if you can grow celery in Utah though, I'm not gonna lie. It really depends for the ASMR. Like I definitely have like limits of what I would be willing to do with it, but it would kind of just depend a lot on the price. So that's why it'd be super cool if you could like email me or something, or I don't know if you have any other ways to contact me. I know that was an issue last time you were asking about it too. Oh, now Jason's trying to see if Blazer wants to do a battle. I think that would be so exciting. I love battles. I'm trying to think what happened with the last one we did. I think like 4 people ended up entering. It was so wild. We gotta love the excitement of box battles. Alright, I'm checking orders again real quick. Oh, excuse me. I'm just a little bit tired. Not like extremely tired, but just a little bit. just a bit. I mean, I don't know. I got a decent amount of sleep last night, maybe? Maybe I didn't. No, I got like 7 hours of sleep. That was pretty good. 7 hours of sleep. That's pretty alright. So I got like 7 hours of sleep. I don't need to be tired. I mean, I did work for like 4 hours. And then I went and ran a couple errands. And I totally forgot about one of the things I was supposed to do today. Whoops! I was supposed to go to Walmart. And I completely forgot about going to Walmart. Big oof. And I think Walmart closes at like 11, so it's too late now. I can't go to Walmart. I mean, also my parents would probably be like, why did you go to Walmart at 1 a.m. if I went to Walmart at 1 a.m.? But alas, Walmart is no longer open 24 hours, which is okay, because I mean, they really shouldn't, you know, keep their employees there so long. Yeah, all the Walmarts are closed till 6 a.m. and I am going to be sleeping then, or at least, hopefully, maybe tomorrow. I don't know your email. My email is in the description. It's just Zellaveire@gmail.com. Or I have my shipping email, but don't send it to that one because that's just for shipping. Haircut. I do remember you mentioning you wanted something like that. Live tomorrow. I don't think I can because I'm going to be doing family reunion stuff. Yeah, for sure. If you want to like commission it entirely customly and are willing to pay for it, it would be weird for me to put it on YouTube. Let me see. I gotta double check what my schedule for the family reunion is, but I don't know if I'll be doing any other streams this week, basically. It really just depends, though, on how the reunion goes. Because tomorrow, like, we're doing stuff. I don't know how late we're going to be doing family stuff. I want to, like, stream, of course, afterwards. But it's a mixture of, like, when it ends, and also I have to wake up at, like, 9 o'clock on Friday. Which means I have to go to bed really early. I mean, I guess I could try and do an afternoon stream tomorrow, because I don't have work, and we're not doing family stuff until, like, 4 or 5. So if I can wake up and get everything ready early enough, I could do a stream at, like, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Or no, I'd probably have to try for like closer to 1. But I don't know how realistic that is. But I can try. Friday though, I definitely don't think I'll be doing a stream because I have to wake up at 9 or earlier. So I have time to get ready. And then I'll be doing stuff with my family until about 1:30. No, not till 1:30, 3:30. So that's quite a few hours straight. And then after that, I work until 10. And after that, I am going to have been up for like 14 hours straight. I'm going to be absolutely exhausted for being out and about for 14 hours straight. So, I'm going to be pretty exhausted. And I'll still have to take care of my TCG player orders. It's going to be a long day. And Saturday is going to be a long-ish day, too. Oh, we're going to do the box battle? Oh, exciting. Gonna get the spice. Very nice. So let's see. So I guess I'll want to shuffle them up. I'll have to pick a pack for myself, so you guys can each have your 10. Yeah, we'll get these nice and shuffled. So pretty. Hey, welcome, Pokefly. How's it going? What would be the range of price for the ASMR? It would largely depend on how long it is and like what exactly you want it to be, how many different criteria you have for it. It really would depend on a lot of things, but it definitely would not be less than like 100, 150 at like the very least. It's a pretty time intensive as well as like a lot of work to do. So, but yeah, it really just depends on all the exact specifics. Right, getting these nice and shuffled. There are 21 of them. How should I pick which one I go with? Well, I guess first I should double check that we have the right amount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Did I miss some? Let me try this again. 2, 4, 6. Oh, those are stuck together. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so I guess there actually isn't the extra one. There is no extra back. I'm so confused. I just must have missed taking one off. Like, I don't understand when I missed one. I'm so confused. We seem to have exactly 20. 12, 13, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, they're exactly 20. So I guess I don't have to pick a pack for myself. I just now have to be really confused. I don't understand. It'd be an hour. Yeah, that would definitely be definitely be up there price-wise. Yes. It would be 55 for 10. I'll go ahead and take that off since those will be gone. To know you're live. Surprise! I think there might have been some issues with the notifications today, which it's pretty common for me to have issues with the notifications. I mean, YouTube just has some issues in general about lives that weren't scheduled like way in advance, but I did notice tonight it seems like there are extra issues with the notifications. But yes, hello, I'm here. Yes, Blazer and Jason are going to do a battle for the last of the very spicy Lost Abyss. So yeah, we got them kind of mixed up. Go ahead and we'll go 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Alright, so how are we going to decide whose pile is whose? Do you guys just want to decide? Should we do a coin flip? Should I just let whoever pays first? Let's see. Oh, we've actually already got the payment from Jason. How much longer? Probably not super long, unless we get really busy. It really just depends. If we keep having orders after this, I think this will probably take like 10 to 20 minutes. But yeah, it just depends. I guess we should get the pack battle music going. Coin? Alright, we will do that. Let me find my pack battle music. Where's my epic music? There it is. I found it. Now I just have to... Whoops, not yet. I need to remember how to put it into queue like 20 times. Because I figured out how to do that like once, but now I always have a hard time figuring out how to... Playlist settings. No. None of that is helpful. I'm having such a hard time remembering how I made it play on repeat. Oh, here it is. Add to queue. Add to queue. Alright, I'm gonna just add it to queue like 15-ish times. That should be plenty of epic battle background music. There we go. Alright. I think just a couple more. 150. Like I said, I do want to discuss for sure what all the parameters and criteria are before we settle on an exact price, but around there, like, yeah, should be fine. Struggles with PayPal. No worries, we can wait for a minute. PayPal do be kind of difficult sometimes, though, I will not lie. PayPal just likes making our lives more difficult, despite the fact that it's supposed to be here, like, for our convenience, you know? It's just out here causing problems. being difficult. I mean, at least it hasn't had quite the issues that I've had with CashApp. CashApp has been kind of a joke. Venmo, though, Venmo is a real one, which I don't understand why Venmo is so much better than PayPal when PayPal, like, owns Venmo. It's so confusing, but long story short, PayPal needs to be more like Venmo. It really should be. Alright, we're just waiting. I guess we can take care of the coin flip at least. Alright, Jason, since you paid first, you get to choose heads or tails. We've got my Blastoise coin. Actually, you know, instead of a coin, I want to roll a dice. I like dice better, so evens or odds. I don't know where are my dice that I need? I wanna use one of my custom dice, you know? I guess that one's not randomized, so I can't use that one. This one is not gonna work because it's just 10s. I guess I don't have any of my dice in here. We'll just have to use an already made dice. pretty sad. I'll just use a d20. Evens. Alright. Jason is evens. Blazer is odds. Whoever we roll, do they get to pick? Or do they get just whichever, like the first stack, which would be this one? What do we want to do there? Let the winner pick? Or they just get that one? There's something on my forehead. Where? Like over here, I've got some little like scabs. But I don't think that's anything else. Just my hair. My hair that's doing fun things today. I had fun with it. Total for the cards I put aside. I will check after we finish our pack battle. Because I do think I see the second payment. Let me just double check that that's what the notification is for. Yes! Alright. So now we just gotta figure out whether the winner of the dice roll gets to choose their stack. Or, you know, let's just do they get to choose their stack. So evens, Jason's, odd, Blazer. Looks like we got 12. So Jason, you get to choose whether you want stack number 1 or stack number 2. And then we'll get this spicy music playing and go ahead with this pack battle. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I love when we do like box battles and stuff. When Lost Origin comes out, I kind of want to like set up like a full booster box battle, so like people can like buy full booster boxes and battle. Stack 2, alright, so these will be Jason's packs. Should we do every other pack to keep it exciting, or just do all of one person's? I know I've got so many questions. Do you get bit by mosquitoes? I did get bit by mosquitoes all over my arm, but these were just like little acne spots, and I'm really bad about picking at my skin sometimes, so now they're scabs. It's a bit of an oof, but yeah, it will be like that. So yeah, got straighten up our little stacks. One at a time each. Alright, that works. Let's see. Let me move my magic cards real quick. Move my stuff out of the way. Or actually, no, we'll just set them so that they're standing up in the box, just on each different side. And then I'll set the pools for Jason over here, and the pools for Blazer over here, and we'll keep track of it, and it will all be good. Alright, let's get this music going. You guys will have to tell me how the volume is. I think it should still be set at the same as last time. Pack battle. Yes, it's time to go. Hopefully the music is good. Let's just go with it. Alright, we're starting off with Jason's first pack. See how we're going to start this battle off. We've got an Energy, Lopunny, Seedot, Phanpy, and a Dracloak holofoil. Not a terrible pool to start it off, but there is still much spice to be found. Now we are on to Blazer's first pack. Snip, snip. Got one to the front. Beginning with a Magcargo, we have Porygon 2, Sunkern, Chinchou, and a Seadra. After our first round of packs, Jason is in the lead with his holofoil Dragapult. Now we are on to Jason's second pack. Got one to the front. Starting off with a Metang, aka Teenage Metagross. We've got Baneri, Fungus, Finian, and a Shiftry holofoil. Alright, we've got 2 holofoils in a row for Jason. Now we're on to Blazer's second pack. See if he can kind of get in the running, get something nice to get his stat going. There's one to the front. Starting off with a Cramorant. We have a Dewpider, Ferrothorn, Binacle, and a Venomoth. Alright, we're back to Jason's third pack. So far Blazer hasn't been able to pull anything, but we've still got a good handful of packs left. One to the front. Starting off with a Comfey. We have Baneri, Ninetales, Seedot, and Bouffalant. This is the first pack without any hits for Jason. Now we're on to Blazer's third pack. See if we can finally get his pile going. Starting off with a Hypno. We have Tynamo, Toxapex, Ferroseed, and Fantima. It's a rough start, I'm not going to lie. But Blazer still has a chance to come back. All he has to beat is 2 holofoils. We're back to Jason's turn though, so maybe it might get a little bit harder to beat. We're starting off with Thornton, Binacle, Dewpider, Dreepy, and a Talonflame. Nothing for Jason from this one. And we're back to Blazer. Gotta get this stat going. Will this be the pack to finally get this battle spicy? Starting off with a Comfey, Tynamo, we have a Durant, Ferroseed, and a Stunfisk. It's continuing to be pretty brutal. We're back to Jason. Still trying to get something a little bit better than the holofoils to hopefully save his position in first. Starting off with a Bouffalant, Slurpuff, Baby Metagross, we have a Fletchling, and a Wailord. We have another pack without the spice. We're on to Blazer's next pack. Will this be the one that finally gets him in the running? We've got one to the front. Starting off with Nuzleaf. We have Fletchling, Dreepy, Finian, and a Crocodile. This is our first foil for Blazer. Currently, he is at 1 foil, and Jason is at 2. Not an extremely difficult place right now. But there should definitely be some big spice coming soon that's going to make this a little bit more exciting. We've got Stungener, Emolga, Porygon, Donphan, and Electros. Nothing for Jason's pack there, and we're back to Blazer. This pack could tie them or even bring Blazer into the lead. And anytime now we could be pulling the big spice. Starting out with his City Place, Fletchender, Baby Metagross, Palossand, and a Drapion V. With this hit, Blazer is now in the lead with a V and a regular holofoil against Jason's 2 regular holofoils. We're back onto Jason's pack though. See if he can reclaim the lead by pulling something nice in this one. There's one to the front. We've got this toolbox. Seal, Sandygast, Drowsy, and a Metagross. 3 regular holofoils, not quite enough to beat an ultra rare, but enough to, kind of be keeping up. We're back to Blazer though. Anytime now we could be getting some very large spice. Starting off with a Banette, we have Chinchou. There is a Swirlix, Spinda, and a Sableye holofoil. Blazer is now even more comfortably in the lead, but this could still get upset at any moment. Let me grab some knee sleeves. Go ahead and sleeve up the Sableye. Then we're back to Jason. There are 3 more remaining packs for each contender. We've got one to the front. Starting off with Colress's Experiment, we have Venonat, Slugma, Phanpy, and just like that, the spice! Oh my gosh, it looks so much better in person. The texture on this is immaculate. Oh my goodness, that is insane. the online pictures did not do this card justice. It is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I could just stare at this for hours, I kid you not. Oh, that is insane. What an absolutely wild pull for Jason. We'll go ahead and get that sleeved up and into a top loader. It still is possible, however, for there to be another big hit in this box, so this is not over yet. We're on to Blazers, third to last pack now. Got one to the front. Starting off with a Nuzleaf, Horsey, Sandile, we have Indeedee, and a Drapion V-Star, keeping the Drapion theme going for Blazer. Go ahead and sleeve the Drapion up, and with that we're back to Jason. See if he can secure his lead even a little more with this pack. We've got one to the front, starting off with a Lumineon, Swirlix, Hawlucha, Phantom, and a regular Aerodactyl V. Blazers packs have the Drapions, but Jason's have the Aerodactyls. We're now on to Blazers' second to last pack. See what this one might contain. Will it be something spicy enough to maybe give us a question who the winner is going to be? We're starting off with the Vacuum. We have Lantern, Sunkern, Slugma, and Crocodile. Or Crocorock. That was Crocorock. Alright, and now we are on to the final two packs. This is Jason's last pack. We have one to the front. Starting off with a Lady. We have Shuppet, Phantom, Welmer, and a Kingdra holofoil. Go ahead and sleeve that up. And we're on to Blazers' final pack. Unless there is something seriously insane with this pack, Jason is going to be the winner. We've got one to the front. Starting off with a Duat. We have Araquanid, Vulpix, Electros, and finishing off the final card of this box, this weird mirror thing. Congratulations to Jason, the winner of this battle. What an absolutely insane pull. Congrats, and thank you to you both for participating. Oh, it wasn't supposed to pause, it was supposed to fade out. I don't know how to make it fade out. Never mind. Man, that was insane. That was, oh my goodness. This card, it looks so good. Like, the texture on it is different than I've like ever seen. Like, some of the textured cards will have like little like patterns, but this one, the texture totally corresponds to the different parts of the card. You can see the texturing on Aerodactyl is different, so it really makes it look like he's above everything else. And then like the grass has like this more like circly kind of foiling like texture. Each of the like Pokemon is kind of like different lines. Same with the mountain is kind of more like polka dotty, but the sky is like straight. Like, it is just so beautiful. The centering on it is so nice as well. Absolutely insane. Should clip it. I should. I don't know if I will though, because usually I don't clip videos when I say that I will. I still have a bunch of sticky notes telling me to clip a bunch of things that I just never got around to clipping. But maybe we'll get that one clipped. We'll see how the night goes. But yeah, we got you a couple regular V's that you won, and the V-Star. And that was so wild. I'm so stoked that we pulled someone at Alt-Art. I'm gonna take a picture of this though. Like, I definitely am gonna have to show this off. Be like, look what I pulled for somebody that wasn't me. Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we've got a very nice addition to Stack Jason. Kind of crazy. That card is just absolute fire. Pack battle winning. That, yeah, I honestly should. If I remember after stream, I'll see if I can do that real quick. The only issue is sometimes I can't figure out how to get the videos to clip right. But if I can get that one to work, I will try and do that after stream. Man, that was exciting though. Like, wow. I guess I should probably check orders now, see if we've had anything come in while we were battling it out. That Aerodactyl though, that's probably, I'm not gonna lie, I think that one's my favorite card from the set. The Giratina is a very, very close contender because it is an absolutely just stunning card, but I can't get over the Aerodactyl. I love how there's so much going on with like the scenery, but then even Aerodactyl like is really still the star of the show with like the different texturing. It just looks so good. Oh my goodness, here's our Easy Smile picture. Every time I see this, it makes me so happy because it's just an easy smile. I love her. I love my puppies. They're so cute. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any more orders. So we'll vibe for a little bit. Kind of calm down after the excitement of that. Like, man, that makes me want to like break into one of my other booster boxes and try to pull some alt arts. Like, I've got a Chilling Rain box and an Astral Radiance box right now. It is very tempting. I mean, I also still have a bunch of Brilliant Stars packs too. And Pokemon Go. So much temptation. And I still have a lot of stuff I need out of Brilliant Stars. Show the Generations. Ooh, gladly. I love Generations. Let's see, I think those are over here. Yes, we have the Pikachu and the Zard packs for the Generations. Absolutely beautiful packs. Very, very spicy. So yeah, those are our Generations packs. They're nice and crispy. I took them fresh out of a collection box. Beautiful stuff. I love Generations. It's such a fun set. Like, we pulled some really crazy stuff from it too. One day I want to just like have enough Generations packs that I can just like open 100 of them. They'd be so expensive, but it'd be so cool to open that many packs. Generations, just quality set. I seriously love it. Like, it's just got so many great cards in it. I mean, let me pull up this set list so y'all can enjoy with me the cards that make up Generations. I mean, I guess there's also the subset part, which is some of the best stuff. Or no, I think Generations, it's just all shown in the same set. Let's see. Yeah, we've got, first off, Venusaur and Mega Venusaur. This cute little Leafeon. We have the Charizard and Mega Charizard. I always forget about the Mega Charizard. And there's the Ninetales. And the Blastoise, regular, EX, and Mega. Vaporeon. And then just the just random full art of all of the legendary birds. And this freaking cute Pikachu. And there's Jolteon. There's our Zapdos. And then there's this Slowpoke that I love. Got Meowstic there. Golem. And then, yes, the Radiant Collection stuff. I love the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. And then the Flareon! And the Denny's so cute. And just, all of it is just amazing. And then we have the Sylveon. And then we have the Flareon full art, which is just such an absolutely beautiful card. And then, of course, we have the Pikachu pile! I love this one so much, because one of the first, like, collections of Pokemon that I bought, this is one of the cards I got. And also I love it because it reminds me of the time that I made like a Magikarp version of it. Good times. Yes, Hunter. And then we got the Gardevoir. And the spicy Mega Gardevoir. And then the Sylveon. It's so freaking cute. I love the Eevee. They're just happy little babies. And that's the last card of the set. But yeah, Generations is just straight fire. Such a good set. That and Legendary Treasures. But I don't have any Legendary Treasures. It's just really sad. 9 people for a booster box break. There'd be 1722. A person winner takes all 4 packs per person. 1722. That's such a oddly specific number. I feel like it was supposed to be like $17.50 or something. Oh no, I see why it's a weird number, because it's the full price of the booster boxes are different than the single packs. I forgot that I always forget when I put like discounts on booster boxes that it changes up the price per pack. Yeah, something like that would be really exciting. I definitely want to plan some like exciting box break types events like that. I think for sure with Lost Origin we should be able to do some, because I think my Lost Origin stuff is probably going to be really close to MSRP, if not MSRP. I mean, technically these booster box prices are just MSRP plus tax, because even though y'all don't pay taxes when you buy stuff from me, I still have to pay taxes. The government's mean. The government's so mean. It's big sad. 36% box break! That would be so kind of like if it was a battle. So just everybody just had one pack and they just have to hope that they pull the chase card. But imagine like 2 people pull something really spicy and then everybody's just like, what is this? That sounds really fun. Or I mean just a box break where like each person gets 1 pack would be fun too, because then, you know, everybody would have a chance to get the big spice. Someone would get the big spice, and that would be very exciting. That would be very fun. Yeah, maybe once I get my Lost Origin stuff, because I think a lot of people are probably saving up for that right now, or at least that's kind of what I was doing, but I'm pretty well set on getting that in stock, and I should be able to get the new Magic set when it comes out too, and I'm so excited! I'm gonna just be out here spending so much money on all my spicy cards, but like, I love me some spicy cards. Spicy cardboard, that's what it's all about. And spicy cards reminds me of, well, spicy cardboard reminds me of pizza, and pizza reminds me that I kind of want to eat some nachos, but I don't know if I necessarily have time to make and eat nachos, because I have so much to do before I go to bed. But I guess I could just wait on a couple of the things till tomorrow, but honestly, I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm over here like, so you buy from a store, so you pay taxes. It depends. Each thing that I get, sometimes it's from stores, sometimes it's from local sellers, but I have to include like a tax increase on everything that I sell on stream, because when I do my like final accounting for the year, I do have to account for all of the money coming in and out, and so I have to account for the taxes there, otherwise I will just lose like a couple $1,000, you know, to taxes. I do get an employee's discount at work, but I don't buy a ton of stuff at work because usually we have a pretty limited number of booster boxes and everybody wants all the booster boxes. We keep running out of booster boxes. Thank goodness this week we finally like did a big restock on Astral Radiance boxes, but for so long we've almost never had like Astral stuff in stock. It's been pretty bad, but we have some now. It's good, but I didn't get my current Astral box from there. But yeah, I do good. Well, I guess it's kind of certain things I get better employee discounts on, like Magic product. I usually get pretty alright discounts on because that's something that we always are pretty well stocked on. But like singles, I don't get any kind of discount on singles because singles will always be expensive. But yeah, you know, I still have to pay taxes on everything for my stream because the government otherwise will be like, yo, you are going to jail for tax evasion, and I don't want to do that. That would kind of mess up my stream if I got arrested for tax evasion. So I'm trying not to evade taxes. As much as I hate them, I'd really rather not go to jail. Because that would be bad. Very bad. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably wrap up stream now. It's definitely been fun. I would love to keep streaming, but I have so many things to do. I keep like remembering other things and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna be keeping busy. But I guess I'm always doing that. That's just I'm just in a constant state of busy. I'm really good at it though. I'm really good at being busy. it's a skill at this point. I could put it, if I ever apply for a job and make another job resume, I'll put busy as one of my skills. I'm very, very good at being busy. I mean, technically, like, at work, whenever, like, there's, like, quiet time in between customers, I always have to find something to work on. So, it is technically a good skill. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up there. Thank you guys for watching and making it a very fun night. I will try to stream again as soon as I can. I just don't know when that'll be because it's gonna be a crazy week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see y'all next time.